Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's episode, which is really diving into this season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 4, and doing a review of the latest episode, along with maybe little, exposing people here and there and what is going on. But before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. All right. So, overall, let's talk about the season first, and then we'll dive into the dynamics and the last episode. Shout out to all of my candy canes already in the chat box, to Barbara, to Tay-Tay, to everybody. As you come into the room, be sure to say hi. Hey, Louise Lewis, what is up, sweetheart? So drop your candy canes, say hello, where you're listening from, any questions you have, any comments you have. So with that, let's go. Okay, so overall, I would say that I am enjoying this season. It's really nice that it's not too dark. And for the most part, it's pretty light. But I'm going to get into what is annoying me about the season. One word, Monica. Monica. But before we dive into that, let's talk about Heather versus Lisa. So, as you guys know, I am a Lisa Barlow stan. I love her. I call her out when I think she's wrong, but I do prefer her, which is obvious, just so you guys know. But when it becomes between Heather and Lisa, I'm Team Lisa. Heather needs a new storyline. It's getting very old. It's getting very stale. It's getting very boring. It's getting very stalker syndrome that Heather makes her whole personality being a Lisa Barlow jealous hater. Like, that is Heather Gay's personality type. And it seems like Monica has, started to take on that same exact personality. When your whole personality is just being jealous of one person, that gets stale really, really fast. You feel me? Really, really fast. So let's get into Monica. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I find her to be exhausting. I am so sick and tired of seeing her crocodile fake tears, pathological lies, every single scene, going after people. She's boring. And you know what's really interesting? Even though she came out with that, her house was foreclosed on, which again, why are you on the Real Housewives if you're broke? I don't like she's crying about being triggered that she doesn't have, that she's poor and she doesn't have as much money as the other ladies. Again, I want people with money. I want people who are flaunting it. I want luxury. I want decadence, even if it's fraudulently gotten, like a lot of them are. At least they're living that life. Even with Jen Shah, obviously I don't condone what she did and she should be in prison. I'm not saying that. But at least she gave us, oomph. She had the houses and the cars and the furs and the designer clothes, and she was living it up and she was having fun and throwing parties, That's what we want. You see what I'm saying? But Monica being a Debbie Downer about being poor, like, this isn't the show for you. You don't belong here, boo-boo. Get off our screens. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm really, really, really sick and tired of it. Okay. Now, let's talk about Monica versus Lisa. I am obviously Team Lisa on this one. We'll get more into it as I go through each of them. Monica versus her mom, I'm Team Mom. Monica versus Meredith, I'm obviously Team Meredith. And Monica versus Angie, the only reason why I'm Team Monica on this and not Team Angie is because I'm going to wait and save it for when we get to Angie's slide. And I'm going to tell you why. The only reason why I'm Team Monica in this situation. I'll get there. But I feel like the season could be so much better and so much more enjoyable if Monica would just chill the F out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see more dynamics between the other women. I want to see, even though I don't like Monica, if she's going to be on the show, I want to see her at least having fun with the other women. I want to see her at least enjoying herself with the other women. I want to see her at least, having real friendships. But at this point, she's not really friends with anybody other than like fake alliances. And she's just a drag. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's get more into Monica since she's our first slide. Number one, age shaming is horrible. Talking about Lisa Barlow being 50 and talking about this, that, and the third, it's too much. Monica, let it go. If you are lucky, one day you will become older. Just like Lisa Barlow said, you will age too one day, right? It's horrible to stop it. Monica was not being a good friend to Angie at all. She's the one that told the rumor that Meredith never even said. She said it on Watch What Happens Live. She was like, yeah, I never even said that rumor, or Meredith never said it. That's just what I heard on the streets. She's gaslighting Angie about her mother storyline. I don't believe Angie's abuse story, and it's time to move on. No one has had a Hallmark childhood. You feel me? Like, no one's had that picture perfect Hallmark childhood. Every person on this planet has gone through some form of abandonment, some form of childhood trauma, some form of your parents disappointing you. But Monica, you claim to be 40. You're probably older than that because they all lie about their age, the majority of them. You claim to be 40. You're a 40-year-old woman. It's time to grow the F up. I am with your mom on this. Get over it. Doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Doesn't mean that, you're excusing your mother's behavior. But to be honest with you, I don't think anything your mother did, except for the whole hooking up with a guy in the car thing, that was really bizarre and weird, is that egregious. She went to New York City for a job and left you with, friends she trusted while she got her money up in a safe place for you to stay. Like, what did you want her to do? Drag you to New York City when she's trying to make a better life for you and have you, slumming it? Girl, bye. Miss me with all that. You're spoiled, you're a brat, and you are a pathological liar. And I'm so excited to expose you. I'm going to do a whole video exposing you because you're a liar. You are. You are. You're a liar. It's crazy. Now, she was talking about basically normal family holiday drama. And this is where she slipped up. And I'm going to talk about this more because I'm going to do a whole deep dive video into Monica's lies. But she really slipped up this episode because she thought she was going down a train of thought that was going to make her mother look bad. But then she realized she was telling the truth and it actually made her mother look really good. Remember when she's in the confessional and she was like, oh, my mom wasn't really there for the holidays when I was with Mike, but after the affair and after the divorce, she stepped up and she was at all the holidays. So, and then she was like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I'm grateful for that because she realized her story was going to make her mother look good, not bad. You see what I'm saying? So when you actually needed your mother, when you were, going through the divorce, you were excommunicated because you were sleeping with your brother-in-law, your mother didn't abandon you. She stepped up and spent all the holidays and did all she could for you and your kids. So you're caught in a major lie. You're caught in a major lie right there, and you're caught in more lies too. Comparing her mom to Ted Bundy was absolutely ridiculous, bizarre, and weird. And previously, her mom was great with the kids, like literally 3 episodes ago. But now you're making it like your mom is so horrible. And gaslighting your children against their grandmother is disgusting. Like, we see that little preview at the end where the kids are like, lock the door from grandmother. I can't believe she's doing this to you, mommy. Just because she's doing this to us and say anything about you. Clearly, you scripted your children to say this because these are 2 vast narratives. You're not going to convince me that in episode 1 through 6, she was grandmother of the year. She came over to help you with your business. You asked her to watch your children for 3 or 4 days while you went on vacation. She had a great, loving relationship with all of your daughters. Now, all of a sudden, in episode 8 and 9, she's this horrible person that your children are scarred and terrified by. No, you are clearly coaching your children to go against your grandmother because now you have to keep up this fake charade that you got yourself into. In the Easter episode, you dug yourself a ditch. And instead of just being honest and say, you know what? I was hella disrespectful. I was really out of line at the Easter dinner. Instead of being honest, you keep lying. And by you lying, you're digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the ditch. Because if your mother was a Ted Bundy serial killer, abusive person that your children are so scared of, Then why did you ask your mom to babysit your children while you went out of town for a vacation? Why did you ask your mom to come over and help you? Why did you ask your mom to be on the show with you? Why is your mom clearly still in your life? Why is your mom using her credit, her name, and her money to make sure you have a car for you and your kids? Why is your mom stepping up to the plate over the holidays because you are now divorced because you were having sex with your brother-in-law? Why is she stepping up if she's this horrible serial killer, abusive monster? You're lying, Monica. You're lying. Lying, 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 lying. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Girl, bye. Miss me with it. All right. Let's move on to Lisa. So this is the thing. I love Lisa Barlow. I'm a Lisa Barlow stan. When she said conveniently abusive, spot on. I agree with it 100%. I do think that Monica is faking her "my mom is abusive" storyline. I think that Monica is clearly jealous of Lisa for being that girl and for having money. And you can see that Monica took notes that if you go after Lisa Barlow, you're going to have more of a storyline. The way Jen went after Lisa Barlow, the way Heather goes after Lisa Barlow, the way Whitney is jealous of Lisa Barlow, it's sickening. Like, Monica, stop. Like I said before with Heather Gay, your personality can't be "I'm jealous of Lisa Barlow." It's absolutely ridiculous. But I would say, Lisa, if you want a better strategy, don't alienate Angie K. Even though I'm not really an Angie K fan, she's very flat to me. She's very boring to me. I don't think she adds that much to the cast, to be perfectly honest. I would still keep Angie K close so she could be a spy for you. So I wouldn't burn that bridge just because of Monica. You see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to her with Lisa versus Heather Gay, this is where I stand on that. I think Lisa is trying to keep it together for Jack going on a mission. It has nothing to do with Heather leaving the church or her book. Heather is just a Debbie Downer who makes everything Lisa Barlow does about her. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Now let's move on to Angie. So Angie's mother's story is really sad. You know, she said that she lost her mother when she was 8. That is super, super sad. And my heart goes out to her. Like, sorry that you lost your mom that soon, you know, as such a young child. But just because you lost your mother doesn't mean that Monica is telling the truth about her mother. And this is the same exact thing we saw Monica do last episode with Heather Gay. Heather Gay's talking about her mother, you know, abandoning her when she left the church, being so busy when they were growing up, and when she came out with the book and all being estranged. You know, I think sometimes when people themselves have gone through something, just like Whitney said, oh, you don't recognize abuse. People who are lying and being manipulative use your story to bolster their story. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's what I think is going on there. And this is why I was Team Monica versus Team Angie, is because Monica is the one who said on camera that your husband is cheating on you with men. Why did you just let that go? So I'm not actually Team Monica, because what Monica did was totally gross and disgusting, but I really lost respect for Angie. Because Angie, how are you going so hard against Meredith because she didn't invite you to Palm Springs? You lost your damn mind in Palm Springs. You acted like a damn fool, going all over the place. You were so hurt and so upset. You kept going for Meredith and going for Meredith and going for Meredith because she didn't invite you to Palm Springs trip. But yet you had this little kumbaya with Monica who told a nation that there's a rumor that your husband is cheating on you with men, and all you said was, "Oh, okay, I'm happy we talked, cool." That's why I'm more Team Monica, because you let yourself get played. I'm sorry, if it's me, you don't invite me to a girls trip, okay, whatever, I might feel a type of way. But on camera, you tell the entire world that my husband is cheating on me with men. And again, when we talk about any type of sexuality, it's not from a derogatory place. It's from inclusivity and love. We're just talking about, you know, how it feels. I always want to put that disclaimer out there, because we do talk about, you know, same sex, trans, bi, straight, woman, male, whatever it is, you know, non-binary. We do talk about all of that stuff, but it's always from a place of love and inclusivity. So just always want to put that out there. So what I'm saying is, you just give her a free pass like that, and then you want to ride the fence. Monica got you, girl. Monica got you, because Monica even admitted the rumor she said on camera wasn't even what Meredith was talking about. Meredith herself said, I wasn't even talking about that rumor. So why would you say that rumor when they asked you, what did Meredith say? So Monica got you. And that's the only reason why I'm Team Monica, is because I lost respect for you. It's crazy. It's crazy. And Monica, miss me with Monica. Miss me with her. Okay, now let's get to Miss Whitney. Ugh. Okay, so with Whitney, I agree with not inviting Mary to the party, because Mary is mean as hell. Mary is weird. Mary is bizarre to me. I wouldn't invite her to the party either. Now, at the party, her issue should have been with Monica, not Lisa, because Monica was the one who kept the fight going. But per usual, basically everybody on the cast, they are jealous of Lisa. So any chance they get to take Lisa down a peg or two, they try and take a shot. Like, why are you singling out Lisa Barlow? Lisa Barlow, shush. No, you shush and you shut up, Whitney. Like, it's ridiculous. Monica was just the fault, calling Lisa the B word and going crazy and going off. Like, back up off of her. Back up off of her. You don't like her so much. You think she's this, that, and the third. Stay out of her face. Because every single other word out of your mouth is in her face. And Whitney was the one who betrayed Lisa's confidence. You know, Lisa confided in Whitney about how she felt about Monica exaggerating the situation with her mom. And then Whitney went and took that bone back to Heather. So you hush, Whitney. If you didn't want a problem at your event, stop telling stories and stop backstabbing people, okay? Stop. Now, is Whitney the new Dorit? Because all roads leads to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Every season, you're going to have a, quote, different brand. What happened to Wild Rose Skincare? I'll wait. Where, you know, you're talking about that you used your family's life savings, and then Justin tried to lie and be like, "Oh no, it was just savings for like a vacation home for us." Boy, stop lying. Why? Because this is the thing. People say what the truth is the first time. So the first time it came out of both of y'all's mouth on the show, it was Whitney had squandered hundreds of thousands of dollars of your life savings on her Wild Rose, quote, rebrand. Where is it? Where is it? Didn't she say she used the money to buy out her partner? Where is her line? I'm confused. Just like with Dorit, Beverly Beach, one day. Next time it's wedding dresses she's designing. Then it's something else and something else and something else. Every season, it's a new brand. No consistency. Now, I believe what Jen Shaw said, that the hundreds of thousands of dollars that Whitney and Justin claimed went to the Wild Rose rebrand, they really, I don't know what the exact scheme was or what the exact scam is. I don't know if it's money laundering. I don't do fraud. I don't know. But I do think that they said that in order to either hide money or wash money or something. Because Jen Shaw said that at the very last reunion she was at. She was like, "Oh yeah, Whitney. Well, what about the hundreds of thousands of dollars you claimed went to Wild Rose? You know, we don't want to talk about what that was really for." And Whitney shut all the way up. This was when they were talking about Jen Shaw's scam and fraud, because it doesn't make any sense. You're telling me that, I'm talking about Justin in this particular point. You're telling me that Justin is totally cool and fine with his wife. I don't care. Let's just pretend that the lie is true, that it was for their new vacation home. Sure. Or your life savings. Sure. That your wife uses hundreds of thousands of dollars when Justin has about 4 kids, because he has at least 2 or 3 kids from his first marriage. Then he has 2 kids with Whitney. So Justin has about 4 or 5 kids. You're going to tell me, and he's older, you're going to tell me that he is okay with you squandering hundreds of thousands of dollars that he needs for retirement, that he needs for all of his children, that he needs for the 2 little kids' college fund, that he needs for himself and the family, on a, quote, skincare rebrand, when your skincare product line literally no longer exists? And if it does, is it just like an Etsy shop? I'm confused. He was too cool, calm, and collected about the whole situation for that to be true. And if it was true, where is it? Where is it? You spent all this money to rebrand. You spent all this money to buy out your partner. Where is it? And this whole Prism isn't your jewelry line. It's more like an influencer sponsored campaign. Oh, this is our pop up shop. This is the designer of the jewelry. Right. So you don't design the jewelry. This is a jewelry line that already exists, and you're basically just the face of it. It's not your jewelry line. You're not the designer. They already have the line. It's basically an influencer pop up shop. Like, oh, you have a lot of followers. Oh, you're on a reality show. Come be the face of our jewelry line. So you're doing that over your own skincare line that you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on doesn't make any sense to me. I think it was some type of way to either hide money or wash money or something. Maybe it's a tax thing. Maybe they thought people were coming after them and they wanted to hide the money some way. It's probably in an offshore account sitting next to Erica Girardi's offshore accounts. I just don't buy that it went to buying her partner out and rebranding, because where is it? It's the new Dorit, right? Okay, let's talk about Heather Gay. Heather, you need to let the Jack Barlow going on a Mormon mission storyline go. Number one, he's not your son. He's not. You're too invested in somebody else's child at this point. Keep Jack's name out of your mouth, because at this point, it's too much. I get it in the beginning when it first came out, maybe for like 1 or 2 episodes, sure, but we are on episode 9. You need to let it go. It's bizarre. She's not your son. Let it go. Also, get some therapy about your jealousy with Lisa Barlow. Like, why would she invite you to the brunch? It has nothing to do with you leaving the Mormon church. It has nothing to do with your book. It's the fact that every single time you have a chance, you take shots at her and her family. And I think that she's really trying to stay strong, because I don't think she wants her son to go on a mission. That's why he didn't tell her, because he knew she didn't want her to go. I think she's scared he's going on the mission. I think she's shocked how deep into the Mormon church he actually is. And I don't think she really wants him to go. So the last thing she wants is Heather Gay being like, hey, your son's going to be like, indoctrinated into the cult. Hey, your son's going to be blah, 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 blah. Like, Jack isn't your child. So Heather, at this point, you got to let it go. And you have to find a new storyline, Heather. We don't care about your book. We don't care that you're hating on Lisa's son. What else you got? Like, what else is going on with you, Heather? Like, Heather, if you're listening, I want to know, like, why don't you have a storyline of finding love, being a fun single gal, go dating, do a matchmaker, go on dates and just, do the fun stuff, almost like a Sutton, what is your life like finding love? That would be a cool storyline for you, but it needs to be about you. It needs to be about what's going on in your life, not you hating on somebody else's child for making a choice that you don't agree with. With that being said, I do like her interactions with her daughters, and I do like that her daughter Georgia and her Muslim boyfriend. I thought that was really sweet. I'm really happy they showed that on camera, and that was a moment and they kept that in. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was a lovely moment. But again, Heather, your daughter's dating. What about you dating? Or talk about why you're not dating. Maybe show us some, those infamous on-camera therapy sessions when they have the, TV therapist come in. Talk about that. Heather, what's going on in your life? And miss me with the I left the Mormon church and I made a book. That's been your storyline since season 1. Season 1 was you leaving the church, and up until season 3 was you in the book. We get it. You're excommunicated. You left the church. We get it. You wrote a book. What else is good? Your personality can't just be Lisa Barlow is mean to me. It's too much at this point. It's too much. You got to give something of yourself. What's going on with you? Maybe it could be about mending your relationship with your mother and your family. I don't know. Maybe it could be more about you and like beauty lab and expanding that. Maybe it could be, I don't know, what's going on in your life, Heather. Let us know. But your storyline just can't be, I'm jealous of Lisa Barlow and my daughters are dating, because that's really all you're giving us. Okay. Now, Meredith was disengaged for this episode. She wanted a moment to promote her actual jewelry line, but I am looking forward to next episode with her versus Monica and her versus Angie. I do think that will be very, very interesting. All right, so those are my thoughts on this season and that episode. So I'm going to take your candy cane questions and comments, and then I'll drop the link in case anybody wants to come up.